Well, joining us live from the United Nations headquarters in New York is Sigrid Kaag. She is the head of the OPCW UN joint mission in Syria. Thanks so much for being on the programme. This, of course, is just the first shipment of these weapons. But what percentage of the most toxic chemical weapons are now aboard these vessels, and how much more still needs to be transported out of Syria?
Well, the overall volume and percentage, or the type of chemicals that are being transported today, of course, is governed by a confidentiality agreement that's under the convention. So what is more important about this first move, it is the first in a series of moves that the Syrian authorities are expected to undertake to ensure that all chemical agents, priority 1 and priority 2 chemicals, that's what really matters here, will be taken out of country for onward destruction. And today was a first important step. I think the international community definitely notes and it confirms that this is a reflection of a commitment to achieve measurable progress and visible progress, hence also your interest, I believe.
Indeed. I mean, no nation, of course, has agreed to have these weapons destroyed on its soil, despite repeated requests by the OPCW and the UN. What actually happens to them now? Who's in charge of destroying them, and where will they be destroyed?
Priority 1 chemicals will be destroyed aboard the US ship, the Cape Ray, which is heading towards the Mediterranean, where later towards this month they will be transloaded onto the ship, where they will actually be destroyed. Priority 2 chemicals, which according to the timeline set in the OPCW Executive Council and confirmed by the Security Council resolution, these will be transported later on, and they will just be transloaded and onward to a port in Europe. In this case, as we know, Italy has offered a port, and they'll be transported to companies that are currently tendering for the contract, and it's a pure commercial destruction process.
Syria, of course, failed to meet that December the 31st deadline to get the most toxic chemicals off its soil. How confident are you that the deadline of June that has been set for the complete elimination of its chemical weapons arsenal, how confident are you that that deadline will be met?
I think today's day is a very important first new step, rather, to say that the determination is there, the intent to deliver and towards the complete elimination of the chemical weapons, particularly the most harmful ones that need to be destroyed out of country. And the timelines are very ambitious. 31st of December was an ambitious one. It was to sustain momentum, to provide measurable progress and make sure that the Syrian authorities, of course, keep on track. Now, a lot goes into an operation of this kind. You just mentioned, the previous speaker mentioned the international assistance, physical, maritime escorts, destruction aboard a vessel. I mentioned commercial tendering for commercial destruction in other countries. So all these variables already render the process very complex. The situation in country, of course, is also highly challenging. We are dealing with an unprecedented situation, an unprecedented effort, and ambitious timelines. However, I think the fact that the Security Council, as well as OPCW's Executive Council, remain so focused on ensuring that success is realized and that the Syrian authorities meet their commitments, I think there's a certain degree of confidence one can have that everything will be achieved. It has to be achieved. The Secretary General has always been very clear, as well as DG Ahmed Uzumcu of OPCW, that failure is not an option. I think that's also a clear message. And today is one first such step to see that progress is achievable despite the very challenging circumstances in country.
Sigrid Kaag, really good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us there from the UN in New York.
Thank you.